We are recording.
Okay. Hello. It's October 9th, 2025. This is the e-NABLE Town Hall meeting. It seems like we've had a lot of these. Is that just because they happen to sort of stack up at the month border? That is, we typically meet once a month, right, Sarah?
Um,
And yet
no,
our last meeting was
we
perhaps a week ago.
we meet every Thursday before one of the themed meetings, except for healthcare. So we meet 3 Thursdays a month for
Okay.
30 minutes.
I
The
appreciate the
meetings
reminder.
the meetings used to be less frequent and longer.
Got it.
So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm
Um,
glad someone is keeping track of this, etc. So what we do during these town hall meetings is we review uh, interesting or pressing events on the Enable Hub. And the first one comes from Aniapa. I live in the southern Andes of Peru, and I'm setting up a Hands That Work project inspired by the great work Eric is doing in Guatemala. Do we know Eric?
I don't.
Neither do I. I'm working with a friend who's been running a nonprofit clinic here for 20 years to serve the Quechas peasant communities who otherwise have almost no access to healthcare and certainly no quality healthcare. There's no provision for prosthetics here in Peru, and people lose limbs from agriculture, manufacturing injuries, etc., where people are casual labor with no rights and zero recourse on the business owner. As you likely know, the impacts of limb loss is huge and creates further property. On the EPA, this is a good briefing. I have never used a 3D printer before, so the resources I'm finding here are very useful, thanks to all of you. I'm looking to join new member calls to help me and to figure out if our project should be an official e-NABLE partner. I look forward to joining the new members call. Also, if you can think back to when you first started, what can you share that you wish you had known then, what you know now? Also, right, and is there a list anywhere of all the recommended things to be doing to start up, like courses to take, fundraising suggestions? Working with a well-established clinic that is registered here and in the US as a nonprofit gives us advantages as access to patients is straightforward. So I wonder if she has identified the well-established clinic. It might be this one. Let's just take a look. It probably is. Okay, this is a great contact. Hello and welcome, says Sarah.
Yeah.
We have a new members meeting on October 23rd. Andrew says this is great. And we should call this one to the attention of Anquan also, because he is a medical professional. He's becoming our mainstay, and he may have some further suggestions. Now, how to get up to speed for someone like this? What more do we know about Aniepa?
Nothing. I think it would
Okay.
be useful to
All right.
have a meeting and ask them some
Okay.
questions and find out what the priorities are.
So that's
So,
great. Um, we look, and there is a new members meeting coming up that she signed up for, right?
I mean, I
We presume
let
she
her
signed up
know.
for.
I I mean, you don't have to sign up. I don't.
Yeah.
I
No,
let her
no.
know when the next one is.
You did. Okay.
Is there a sign up, or is that just
No, no,
people
no, no, no. I
clicking
just
on the? Okay,
misspoke. I
okay,
just misspoke.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Number
Um.
two. We're
Uh.
doing good here. I just have
Okay.
to
So
find.
number
Hmm?
two is a little funny. Uh. it's spam, but this person has posted, at least I think it's spam, and I think this person has posted several spam um,
All right,
messages on the forum, and I'm wondering if there's a way to deactivate this person's account instead
indeed.
of just
So
deleting
for,
each message.
well, that's right. So you have deleted this message, or somebody has.
I didn't because I wanted you to see it, but if you,
Okay.
um,
It has been deleted.
okay.
And is this person has done it before?
Yes, the first name is Levi. I forget the last name. I didn't want to delete it because I wanted you to be able to
Right.
click on this person's page to see the other spam posts that are still up.
Okay, well,
But
I'm doing a search for Levi. Looks like it's probably this person. I think someone has already
deleted all of them. Okay, there were
deleted all of them.
this morning there were several. Can we
Well, here we are going to the hub, to the forum rather. We are scrolling.
No, if you wouldn't need to scroll through the hub. They go back to like September and you would just see them on his page,
But I don't.
like his activity. So maybe it's a different Levi, maybe the person
This is
who,
the only Levi in
okay.
our,
So maybe the person who deleted the post this morning also went to his page and deleted all of his
right.
posts. But
Okay.
if
Um,
he's here, they'll do it
right.
again. So
Um, Prior to today, has Levi done anything like this?
yes. I just
Yes.
don't
All right.
I'm not 100% confident in his last name, so I don't yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But yes,
So now
several
we try to
times.
remember how we remove people. We don't remember. We probably
Okay.
don't want to do it on screen. Let's send a note to Jonathan
Okay.
asking him to remove Levi.
Okay.
Okay. Number three.
So this
All right.
one,
Good. Hmm.
town halls are some of them have been taken down by YouTube. I don't get an alert. I don't know why. YouTube just takes them down and says that they have violated the terms of service. So,
And this has happened before?
yes. Has this
But
happened in the past?
no, it doesn't ring a bell to me.
Okay.
Um, Now, I gave Jenny the recording I had from that same meeting, and we
I
can
can,
repost it.
yeah, I just shared it in the link, in the chat box. So,
Okay. And if you follow that link, are you able to download the video?
I can view it, but I didn't see where
Okay.
I
So
can
I can probably
download.
download the video. Hang on. You're looking at my screen.
Here.
Um, Click. No. Okay.
Seems like we can all view it, but it's not
Right.
downloadable from my side at least.
Well, so
I'm
one thing to do right now is to add this
I
link
I just added it. Is that
to
okay?
the hub post.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
I just added it.
Okay. Um, we have had a good continuing stream of um, town halls on YouTube. So it would be nice to try to keep that true. Therefore, I'm going to, since I made this recording, I will be, that's curious. The date on that was October 2nd.
Yeah.
Do I have it here? No, because I've got a little bit, but I can, okay. Uh, It'll take a few minutes, but I can get you the I can download and upload to the appropriate place on YouTube to fill that gap. If they take it down again, we can explore why they keep taking it down. I expect that if we do it again differently, it'll be okay. All right, back to Christoph and his crazy idea. The forearm from the kinetic, which I presume is this, with the reborn hand, which is a model I only vaguely remember, but it's interesting. And the hand is from the Phoenix or reborn arm, available only. Blah. Look at that whole history there. It's okay with me. I don't have, oh, look, there's a video. Let's just see what happens. What have we got? Okay. Christoph has been doing great work for a long time. Christoph, we salute you. But I have nothing to contribute here. Okay. I think we've gone through all of your links.
Yeah.
Um, Jenny and I met Sarah, so now we're
Okay.
going to deal with other internal business. We met earlier this morning, and we are thinking about next steps now that now that Jenny did that first pass on the e-NABLE chapters. At the last town hall meeting, you pointed out that what Jenny did was a partial replication of what you had done a year and a half ago. And I've asked Jenny to review the last recording and then to follow up with you to try to take a fresh look at what a chapter's inventory should be like, to structure it for she and you, taking advantage of her availability to do that and to document so that it becomes a little bit less hawk each time we do it in the future. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So we have a few minutes. Jenny, are there any issues to discuss with Sarah while we're all in the same place?
I guess I'm good for now. Just let me know what else I can like work in the following days for the chapter audit.
Well,
And
let's review what the process should be. What we've just done is a um, non-interactive review
yes.
of all of the links we had, and we augmented it with Instagram, and it's now in Jonathan's hands. However, I think this is Sarah's point. We probably don't want to just delete chapters that didn't have obvious signs of life. We want to, can you finish this sentence, Sarah? Do something like reach out to the chapters that are in danger, are now in quarantine, to see if
Yeah.
they should be eliminated or restored.
I mean, so many of the chapters that responded to me, um, uh, had no social media presence and took weeks, even over a month to respond. And they were like, oops, sorry, yeah, we're still here and we still do stuff. So
Okay. So
I
what process do you recommend
I
for,
mean, I emailed every chapter.
okay.
Um,
Okay.
Did you have a system for tracking all of that?
manually.
That's okay. Um, okay, so it's a time-consuming but important process. Let me sketch what I'd like you and Jenny to figure out. we could use an Enable account, maybe yours, maybe we create one for the purpose. Maybe we have one like chapters@enable.org. We could compose an email that politely but firmly says, hey, blah, 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 but blah, blah, blah. So we're checking with you. If we don't hear from you by blah, 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 we will blah, 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 right? And then um, either using mail merge or just using copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, we can send messages to all of those people. And I think we will need a spreadsheet, one row per recipient, and then columns for responded, did respond, time to send a second message, time to remove them from the database, etc. That's not all literally true. It's a sketch of a kind of process that seems like it might make sense. Does that make sense to you guys?
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I just want to make sure that we're also like um I know it seems and should be very, very reasonable to have a chapter give a quick response to an email, but like there are a couple of chapters that never ever responded, and I did not delete them because I know how active they are, like Portugal and Turkey. They never responded to my chapter audit email, but I've seen them at work, and
That's great. And how did you see
so
them at work?
I saw them in person. I went to
You saw them
Portugal
in
and
person.
to Turkey. So
Okay, so that's
yeah.
that's really important and interesting.
And they never responded to the emails. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so we need to build that into our process. It's responding to the email is not the only way they survive. So there needs to be a column for comments, and then the last column is lives or dies or something. So Jenny, do you think you can? So let's start by saying, is the chapters@enable.org, first of all, does that exist? And is that the appropriate one to use?
I don't think it exists. Um, I don't know. Um, like it might be a good thing to try. I don't know if part of why so like we had um I'd tried with Adam maybe like a long time ago now, maybe 2 years ago,
Yeah,
to send out a mass email that wouldn't involve me manually emailing every single chapter from our benchmark platform. And like I think part of it is that it was from Benchmark, and part of it was that it was an impersonal email, and part of it was that it also included a
right.
survey. I emailed everyone. There were like 10 responses. Um, and then when I emailed every single person from just normal email from my Sarah at Enable account, and it was me, a real person, emailing everyone, I got a much, much better response. So I don't know if like a more automated
Well,
process
uh,
with like, yeah.
so great. So maybe it should be Sarah@enable or Jenny@enable. Why don't
and
I let you and Jenny sort of write out a one-page script or document for how this process should work. You can talk through these questions. Once
sure.
you've said, why don't we use X@enable.org? I will review it. I may make some suggestions, and I will follow your guidance and create the appropriate account, and the process will be scripted out, and then we can go through it systematically, and we
Um,
can we can execute it.
How often do you want to do this? Um,
It seems to me it should be at
is
least once a year, wouldn't you think?
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, just given the amount of time it takes once a year is and the small um kind of yeah, but I mean once a year is fine. That's fine. That's great. That's okay.
Okay.
It took me a long time. It was
Well, that's right.
um
Hopefully we will streamline it somewhat. And I don't think we need to email absolutely everybody, but the point is Jenny has already put in a good chunk of time. Let's
okay.
make good use of that.
Yeah,
I
for
think we
Um,
can actually start from those chapters I marked as yellow, those
that's right.
like previously active ones, but are no longer active on social media for the past year. We can start from
Right.
them and then expand the um what's the name? The email to like all
Right.
the active chapters and see if they're still doing good.
Well,
That would
if they're
be
showing signs of life, I don't see a need to nag them
okay.
to go further. The
That's
ones
right.
that we think may be dead or moribund are the ones we want to reach out to. So
Sure.
I'll say again, you two have each other's email. Jenny, will you try to find a time to meet with Sarah? Or Jenny, why don't you start by laying out the one-page proposal for how we would proceed? Review
Sure.
that with Sarah. When you two are in alignment, circle back with me. And if there are administrative tasks or technical tasks like how to queue up, I know how to run a mail merge, which will put personalized drafts into the account. And then all you have to do is click send without customizing each email. Um, but I'll do that after we figured out what it is we want to have done.
Sure, sounds good.
All right.
Um, there's one more thing. I was just trying to see whether we have like an email address called chapters@enable.org, and seems like there is one.
Oh, there
I
is?
th well, let's just look in
Yeah,
my email chapters at
I
enabled.
yes, chapters@enable.org. Seems like it's not a fake email address,
Yeah, here
but
we go.
yeah,
Um, in 2021, that email address went out. A letter from me went out. I'm just going to forward that to Sarah and to Jenny, and it may be a good template for the future. Okay.
sounds good.
This brings us to the close of another quasi-administrative town hall meeting. We have reviewed 4 interesting hub posts. We've made progress on our chapter inventory, and we are now preparing for a bionic design meeting in 3 minutes, a link to which is in my calendar and in the hub calendar.